Become a doer today and call now.
Do you ever listen to me when I talk to you?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, well,
You're wrong.
You just said it. It's my life. That means you don't get to decide. If I am HIV positive, I don't want to find out. At least not right now. I want to leave a little room for uncertainty, maybe a little bit of hope instead of crashing into bad news right away. Is that really that difficult to understand?
Yes, every day that you put off knowing is another day that you are not getting proper medical care. And you're promoting the attitude that caused this pandemic to begin with, the I'd rather not know attitude.
So now you're blaming me for everything HIV and AIDS related.
No, I just don't want to enable this kind of denial. Until you get tested again, we're done.
Let me make sure I understand this correctly. Unless I deal with my own medical status in a way that you approve of, you're bailing on me.
See it however you want. I just don't want to stand by while you spit in the face of every person that died before the protocol was available.
I see. So this is about Stone again.
No, this is not about Stone. This is about you. I love you, and I am willing to stand by you through anything. Except this type of ignorance.
I wish. Never mind.
No, tell me.
I just wish I could see you happy again.
I've come to realize that happiness is a fleeting thing at best.
And it shouldn't be, especially for someone like you.
Someone like me.
Yeah, I mean, you have, so much to offer. But you've told me more than once that you're afraid if you shut Lucky out that he's going to go back to drugs. Okay, the worst part of that for me would be watching you blame yourself.
So you think that I should take him back?
No, I'm just trying to offer another, way to look at this whole thing, okay? You've told me how lucky you saved your sanity and your soul after you've been raped, right? And in all the time since, you have not stopped loving him, even when you thought Lucky was dead, and now you were pregnant. Lucky's baby. I mean, can you really turn your back on that kind of history? I'm not saying if you don't go back that you're gonna be taking a big chance, okay? You will be. But if for some reason this whole thing goes wrong, you are strong, Elizabeth, and you will survive. Sorry, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Ultimately, you need to do what's best for you and your baby.
I'm fully prepared to testify at Molly's custody hearing tomorrow, and I will promise you, I will not lose my temper. I will be the most polite, charming witness the courtroom has ever seen.
Thanks. Wouldn't it be funny if the judge gave you custody of Molly?
Well, then I just turn Molly right over to her mother because that's where she belongs.
Thank you. I know that I'm overcompensating. It's just that, can't wish away the evidence. I got caught, busted for smoking pot, and there's pictures of me showing it.
Have you used marijuana to counteract the effects of the chemotherapy?
Details.
Well, a judge might see it that way. All it takes is experience with somebody who's fighting cancer.
I've spent half my life in the justice system, and the judges tend to frown on people that use drugs illegally. This is also a double-edged sword. Because if I whine about how debilitating the chemo makes me feel, then it just strengthens Rick's case, and it tells the judge that I'm not strong enough to take care of Molly. So I made a big error here. I picked a fight with Rick that I knew that I couldn't win.
If you assume you're going to lose, you probably will. What do you want?
We have a warrant to search the premises for marijuana.
I have every intention of visiting Laura, but there's no rush, because time means nothing to her.
So me first.
I'm curious, we didn't actually part on very loving terms. Did you divorce me in absentia?
I would have, except I couldn't help but notice the extraordinary lengths you went to keep our marriage intact. Why?
I thought we covered all that in our endless pre-wedding conversations.
Conversations? Please, you didn't hear a word. You were so mesmerized by Laura, you didn't listen when I tried to talk to you. All you wanted to do was get me to go along with your happy little family, happy little wedding scenario.
I'm listening now. So make your point, if you have one.
You jumped through hoops to give Laura the wedding she wanted. It would have been much more meaningful if it had been legal. Why hang on to me?
Because as much as I love her, I can't be with her.
So you settle for me.
I wouldn't put it like that. Hello, offspring.
You really are here.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
You doing
yeah,
okay?
I missed you.
All's well that ends well. I suppose Spencer's home safe. Part of me believes that you were there, watching over him somehow. And that's one of the remarkable things about you is the power and the strength of your love that you have. And I hope you can feel mine as well. You said to me before that we had the same heart. Well, I want you to know that mine is full right now. I have my son back, and Emily's with me, close to my brother and sister. The only thing that's missing is you.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. You know, I followed your character since the first episode. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Thank you.
And listen,